Let me introduce to you one of my idols in the real estate industry. He is the what we call or the popularly known as the real pro, diba? Living the life of an elite, they call you broker.
I would admit that going into real estate had a lot of benefits. It was really a 360 degrees change of life. And I'm very thankful to this industry.
Let's talk about the RP Vara, yung ating pinirmahang batas ng PBBM. And ano ang impact nito sa ating mga practitioners? Ito bang industriya ay hindi pa saturated? Meron ka ba pwedeng ipang-excite sa mga natin aspiring practitioners kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari sa buhay nila pag tinahak nila tong landas na to? One Real Talk, one-on-one conversation.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Thank you, ha.
Sure, anytime.
And of course,
alam mo naman malakas ka sa akin.
Sit in one of the most prestigious shows.
Grabe naman.
Soon to be.
Congratulations, ha.
Thank you very much, Professor. And let's talk about real estate.
Okay, sige. Let's talk about it.
Good morning, Real Talkers, and of course, this is the first episode of One Real Talk with Master V. Kaya naman, because it is the first episode, of course, special din ang ating guests. Let me introduce to you one of my idols in the real estate industry. He is the what we call or the popularly known as the real pro, diba? He is the real pro, and he is actually one of the best professors that handled me back in 2020. In Gardner College, Diliman. Grabe, his impact to our lives, not just to me, but also to my classmates and to other students na tinuturuan niya, napakalaki po. He is actually an epitome of a successful realtor living the luxurious and comfortable life of a broker or a realtor in general. He is also a professor in iAcademy and maybe other schools. Later on, he'll tell us his story. I have high pride to introduce my professor, your real pro, the one and the only, Professor Richard Carvajal. Hello, Prof!
Hi, Master V! How are you?
Diba?
And congratulations dito sa show mo. And of course, I'd like to greet everyone who's watching.
Thank you. And of course, napaka-privilege ko to have him. Daming followers nito ni Prof. Richard. Sa TikTok, sa Instagram, ang dami niyang likers, ang dami niyang stalkers na rin. Very handsome and very intelligent. But behind that beautiful face, of course, we want to know about a deeper perspective of Professor Carvajal. Kaya naman, Prof. Richard, ako na magtatanong sa iyo. No? Real pro, ang dami nakaka-crush sa iyo. Pero isa sa mga tanong nila is, how is Professor Carvajal living the life of an elite, they call you broker?
Elite broker, para I don't feel it. I'm very simple as a person naman kasi. Pero usually, I would admit that going into real estate had a lot of benefits. It was really a 360 degrees change of life. And I'm very thankful to this industry. I'm very thankful for the opportunities that opened in this industry, yung mga nakilala ko, the network that I had. And of course, I'm very happy na I'm one of the leaders ng real estate industry na to. It really did change my life. And it could also change their lives or everyone's lives.
Grabe, yung conviction ni Prof. Carvajal, habang nagsasalita, talaga mapapaniwala ka na it really changed, his life. And moving forward, marami pa kang maaambag sa industriya, Prof.
Oo, kasi like before real estate, well, when I was starting, naalala ko nung nagbibigay pa ako ng flyers. Alam mo yan, sa Ayala, because that's how agents were used to be. So I used to work kasi as a, I used to work in a management level, in a 5-star hotel. So I was working for human resources.
Yun yung previous
back
job
then.
mo?
Yes, before real estate. And despite it being glamorous, wearing coat, wearing tie to work, yan, at the end of the day, parang the fulfillment is not there. And then yet, you're still struggling financially. It was hard to really afford a condominium or even pay for your own car, etc. And then when I moved into real estate, it wasn't as easy rin naman as people, as I thought it would be. Kasi when I moved to real estate, parang struggles were there, especially when you're starting, di ba? Parang it takes a while for you to be stable ba sa industry and to really know because it's a learning process At the start kasi talagang ano ka muna, like, ano ba? At the start kasi parang you'll have to, wala kang knowledge about it. So it's really more of you're investing in your own training, in your own education until ma-master mo yung craft mo or ma-master mo yung field mo.
That's true, Prof. And you mentioned earlier, you worked for a 5-star hotel. So you've been from the hospitality industry.
Yes,
okay.
As human resources.
Right. And of course, gusto natin ipaalam sa mga real talkers natin na kahit saan ka pang galing na industriya, the real estate industry is always open for you to grab the opportunity.
That's true, and there's a lot of opportunities. I think
Really
the thing
a
with
lot.
real estate is it doesn't only knock once. Kasi sabi nila, di ba, opportunities only knocks one. It doesn't work that way for real estate. Ang dami, and we're just starting. And it's not, and we're just starting and malayo pa yung kailangan natin abutin sa industry.
So practically, our industry is still young in
Yes.
nature. Professor, can you tell us yung journey lang? Paano from hospitality industry to real estate? Sabi mo nga kanina, it was challenging. Yeah. So how was it like? Meron bang nag-lead sa'yo or someone who inspired you, motivated you, and introduced you to the industry?
Okay, the story was very funny kasi like, ang work ko was human resources. So I was handling expat housing for our executives. So yung mga general manager, etc. And I would usually work with brokers. And the brokers would usually tell me na, sir, please award me the listing or award niyo sa akin to, etc. And then like when I was releasing the commission, nakikita ko yung check nila, hala, parang yun lang. Sa mind ko, yun lang yung ginawa nila. And yet, they're getting like 500,000 commission from lease ng house sa Forbes Park or sa Dasmariñas Village. And then parang sabi ko, parang okay to ha. And then parang pakapi-kapi lang sila sa labas. And what I really liked before when I was working in corporate kasi, yung mga kakilala ko real estate agent, they would usually dress up very nicely. Alam mo, they're very well presentable. Yung bags nila are branded, they look so glamorous, they look so, prestige. Pero behind that, there's hard work Pero syempre, hindi mo yung nakikita. So parang it really did encourage me. So I was doing training for human resources before. So I was so my field was in training. And then, when I got an offer to work as a training manager for one of the luxury developers in the Philippines, which was Century Properties, so tinake ko yung opportunity. But during the HR interview, when I was about to start, I did question them. Sabi ko na, wait, I'm training real estate agent. Wala akong background sa real estate, sabi ko. So, pwede ba akong mag-real estate agent muna bago ko signan tong yung real position kahit for 3 months lang? And then so I went, and then sabi ko, sige, I'll practice sa sales muna. So ni-refer ako, so nag-in-house muna ako sa sales. And I guess that's where it all started. And I never looked back, never na ako bumalik. Pero despite me struggling talaga, not really knowing what I was doing, and I was really glad na sinimula ko. Naalala ko yung sabi ng parents ko sa akin dati, sabi nila na parang, and even like my bosses in HR before, para sabi nila, nasa parang, people are looking for the top management position or andun ka na yet gusto mo mag-real estate agent? And I said yes. Yun. So, and the rest was history.
Grabe. So, you mentioned earlier, kahit na medyo high ranking na yung position mo, pero you still chose that real estate industry path than that position. So, Prof, there are also some aspiring practitioners dyan or aspiring to become realtors ang nagsasabi na ito bang industriya ay hindi pa saturated. They say napakarami na natin practitioners, sobrang competition agawan. They say na halos lahat na ng properties ay naibibenta na at hindi na daw magandang pasukin to dahil sobrang dami na. What can you tell our realtors about that?
Ako I disagree because sabi ko nga kanina, there is a lot of opportunities for the real estate industry. And I think a lot of realtors are able to monopolize a certain market na talagang sila yung kilala. Kaya pag sinabi mong Rockwell or Shangri-La, like, sila talaga like yung top sellers dyan Because they're the best, no? They deserve it because they're the best. But in terms of the cycle kasi real estate, people will always buy, people will always need houses. Our population is growing, so as the need for housing. In fact, meron nga tayong mga housing backlogs, etc. So, kung tutuusin, kulang tayo. Plus, another one kasi, and another reason kasi that I see is, honestly, sa real estate industry, when I started, I was only 22 or 23. So, I was one of the younger brokers during that time because hindi siya uso for younger people. Kasi wala pa siyang BSM. So, a lot of the people I was working with were really like seasoned. And yung in terms of age nila, talagang retirement age na sila. So, like, I think eventually, mas marami pang magre-retire and we wanna have younger people din in this generation, no, as the future leaders ng real estate industry. And if kukuha lang tayo sa pool ng mga current licensed brokers or kulang talaga, then the industry would fall down kasi walang sustainability or walang succession planning in terms of longevity ng real estate.
Okay, so coming from Professor Carvajal, wag na po kayong mangamba. Pumasok lang po kayo sa industriya dahil sabi nga kanina, it's a young industry pa din.
It's a very young industry.
I'll just quote, talagang non-stop opportunities. No? So, hindi porket parami ng parami, ay paunti ng paunti ang opportunities. So, yes. Professor Carvajal, isa ka sa mga talagang beautiful faces, hindi natin tatanggihan sa industriya. Marami nagkakagusto kay Prof. As a matter of fact, may crush siya kanina.
Ano ba?
Pero yun nga, Prof, sabi nga natin, hindi lang basta-basta ang real estate management. Where do you think is the Philippines heading to as of the moment? Pagdating sa growth, developments, and maybe vision about the Philippine real estate industry. Can you tell us something about that?
Okay, I think there would be a lot of opportunities, no, in terms of like the Philippine economy and the real estate industry. Because if you compare as sa neighboring countries natin, like sa ASEAN, they're very well developed. Ang taas na ng prices nila, and they're actually getting low yields. Because price and yields are inversely correlated. So the higher the price, the lower the yield that you will be getting. So in Singapore, in Hong Kong, or even in Japan, you get 1 to 2% yield. In the Philippines, at least you're still getting around 5 to 6%. If it's a good buy, you're getting 7% yield. So it only means na we're not there yet. Wala pa tayo sa taas. And if you look at countries, ang mga neighboring countries natin na siguro developing countries din, our property is actually not that expensive, no, compared to them. So people could still afford to pay our properties, no? So I really think that it's just gonna continue to grow. But of course, developer needs to be responsible then, and this is, I guess, this is a call to developers then, not to really exploit on property prices, no? That may lead us to like bubble or recession, etc. So like dapat we follow like the price index, we follow the price index, the regulation of prices, no? If sinabing siguro 8 to 12% lang per annum na increase, then let's try not to speculate it to a 25% per annum increase, etc. Kasi dyan yung ikababagsak natin. Pero so far kasi, if you look at like the property prices for Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, it's really well regulated.
Okay. Prof, you were mentioning about prices and controls of prices, like how developers do something about it or impacts yung prices natin sa market. How about the impact of this recently passed law or approved law, which is RA, Republic Act 12001, yung RP Vara? If you're familiar with that, Professor.
Kakasign lang ni Marcos.
I think kahapon lang.
Yes, kahapon lang.
Oo, June, ano ba yung kahapon? June 13.
June 13.
Okay. Together with the Republic Act 12000, yung Negros Island region.
Yes.
Oo, kasi para pinagsama na yung Occidental.
I love it, plus Siquijor.
Yeah,
I love Siquijor. So, I was really happy with the news.
Yeah, and also, Prof, because we are well-traveled, no? Nakikita ko rin yung pag-boom ng Siquijor, eh. And definitely has to be clustered with other more powerful provinces. Anyway, let's not talk about NIR law. Let's talk about the RP Vara, yung ating pinirmahang batas ng PBBM. And ano ang impact nito sa ating mga practitioners? What do you think?
Okay, I really think we need more laws like this because it technically puts a standardization to the industry eh. Sometimes kasi like iba-iba yung gawa natin, iba-iba yung opinion natin, especially with property prices. Ang lalayo. So hindi tayo nasa standardized. Yes, there is nandun yung Philippine valuation standard, pero is it really dated, etc. Diba? So I really think that it's going to help a lot if we have more policies in real estate. Hindi lang tong Pivara, but of course like maybe we have to review the RESA law, or maybe we have to
amend some of
or
the
put
laws.
new implement IRRs, etc. So, marami tayong pwede tignan. Marami pa kasi tayong loopholes eh, kasi nga because we're young.
Yeah.
So, yun. That's true. Yeah. Pero pag tinignan mo sa ibang markets kasi or like sa ibang bansa na it's very standardized na, okay, you can't sell your property without a broker, etc. And yun yung mga try natin i-achieve.
More structured.
More structured din talaga.
But we hope to head on to those happenings in the future.
Yes, if we're able to develop more real estate leaders talaga who would advocate for changes in the industry. Kasi at the end of the day, the Philippine real estate industry, it's not a perfect industry just like any other industry, diba? There's always room for improvements naman.
Okay. Prof, you mentioned earlier, may mga previous na batas na medyo obsolete na. So, pwede natin banggitin yung mga PD 957 sa mga lawmakers natin. Di ba, PD 957?
BP 220.
BP 220, na panahon pa ni McCoy, di ba? And also, yung RA 9646, ang ating pong RESA. Sana medyo ma-amend na and isabay, iugnay natin sa makabagong panahon kung ano yung demand ngayon. So, Professor Richard, we are down to the last two questions here in One Real Talk. At ako na po ang magtatanong para sa mga fans ni Professor Carvajal, the real pro. Okay? Prof, ayoko man tanungin pero nanggaling sa mga followers natin. Sino ba ang nagpapatibok ng puso, nagpapagana sa isang Professor Richard Carvajal?
Nagpapagana, parang Coke Zero, wala sa ngayon. Because we're very busy in real estate. Like, we work from morning to evening, etc.
Totoo, Prof?
Oo. Like, sometimes you have to make sacrifices talaga rin when you enter the industry. Ang dami mo rin talagang sacrifices na kailangan gawin. And along the way rin, like in the past, parang sometimes it's not working out din. Alam mo yun, kasi parang yung priorities mo rin talaga eh. Especially if you're very passionate. Ano ba ginagawa natin, di ba? Nag-work tayo as a broker, nag-work tayo ng brokerage. We do have like mga consultancy works, and then we teach, di ba, for passion, out of passion. So, talagang as of now talaga, follow your passion talaga muna.
Prof, yun nga, sinasabi nila na baka nga meron ka ng special someone, pero sabi mo nga wala. Pero how is it? Like, isn't it lonely to become like you? Super achiever, I must say.
Ay, hindi. Ano ako eh, parang, hindi eh. Parang ano ako eh, parang sanay ako to do things alone. Actually, sinasabi nga ng mga tao, baka mag-a-adjust pa ako pag, kuwari, like, in the future, if may family, baka mag-a-adjust pa ako. Kasi like, I've always been independent eh, ever since I was first year college. So I was like 15 years old, I was independent na sa Manila, living. And parang I've always done things alone. Plus, I'm always, you know, somewhere, or looking for lands, surveying, etc., etc. I think it's actually easier to work in real estate if you're single. So, wag muna kayo mag-jowa dyan if you're aspiring to be very successful. You really need good focus sa sales. Plus, you work a lot on weekends din kasi talaga, and on special holidays kasi doon pwede yung mga clients, etc.
Yeah, doon mas maraming
time transaction natin. Yes.
So grabe no, napaka-pogi, napakayaman, napakatalino, tapos wala po siyang partner or jowa. So
money is making me happy.
Okay. Joke. So money can really buy happiness.
I think it's more of responsibilities than like, of course, like marami kang pinapasweldo, etc., etc.
Prof, just a personal question. Maybe the standards so high for Professor Richard. That's why it cannot easily be matched to a person like you, isn't it?
I think hindi naman. I think it's just really about focus, and ako kasi like parang I'm giving myself 3 more years before talaga medyo semi-retirement or before talaga mag-lilo, and then you'll have a lot of time na even if you don't work, you're able to provide passive income talaga, because I invest a lot in real estate. Like, hindi lang ako broker eh. I'm also a real estate investor and a seasoned one. So I do have a lot of properties na kailangan pabayaran at tapusin yung responsibilities on this one. Like, per month ko, ang monthly amortization ko, like with all the properties, is more than 7 digits per
Oh,
month.
only
So,
here
like,
only here in One Real Talk,
Yes.
then I divulge ni Prof.
So, ano
Grabe.
papakain ko sa anak ko, di ba? Sure, you want to send your kids to good school, then, of course, or to abroad. You want to send your kids to good school or sa abroad din if merong opportunity, ganyan.
That's
Kailangan
good to know,
pumasa
Prof.
sa Oxford.
So, I must say, as a student, former student of Professor Carvajal, really an expert no, pagdating sa real estate finance and economics, investment, consultancy, and even valuation no, after you get that license, Prof. What would you like to give to our real talkers as a piece of advice kung paano nila mararating, maaari, yung narating ng isang Professor Carvajal? Like a tip on how they'll be able to start man lang muna dito sa industriya.
Okay, two things. First one is believe you can and you're halfway there. So if you believe na you can be successful in real estate, 50% of the work is done. You'll just have to do the next 50%, which is to really believe. Kasi nag-struggle din naman ako when I was starting because I was young. I started very young. And everyone would struggle naman when they're starting. Second, when you're struggling, keep moving forward because it's the only way for you to reach success. There's no other way. Eh.
No
Pag
turning back.
na-stuck ka somewhere, hindi mo maaabot yung success that's meant for you or that's destined for you. So yun, believe you can, you're halfway there, and then keep moving forward.
Grabe, ang bigat-bigat nun, Prof. And pwede ba, meron ka ba pwedeng ipang-excite sa mga ano natin, aspiring practitioners kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari sa buhay nila pag tinahak nila tong landas na to?
Ang dami, grabe. Like, beyond your imagination talaga. Talagang hindi ko rin in-expect na makakarating ako. I'm not as successful as others pa naman, no? Malayo pa. Malayo pa, pero malayo na. Sabi nga nila. Pero I guess really,
quotes.
it's just talaga dapat, you're talagang dapat talaga na you're open to opportunities kahit hindi mo in-expect. Like, because of this, ang daming nangyari sa akin. Nakapag-aral ako abroad and nakapag-travel ako to more than 50 countries.
Oxford University.
Yeah, and then nakapag-travel din ako sa more than 50 countries.
Grabe.
And I've met a lot of OFWs. I became part of their families, etc. Yun yung dating with real estate. You really become part of your clients' lives then.
And achieving their dreams.
Yeah, achieving their dreams and really helping them. Alam mong successful ka sa practice if thankful sa iyo yung client mo. Not ikaw na hindi ikaw yung thankful dahil
Kumita ka.
But rather your client is so appreciative of you. And yun naman yung something na talagang that keeps me going and going yung mga messages ko from my clients and na-appreciate nila yung help ko sa kanila.
Grabe, Prof. Nakakaaan talaga yun. Ang damdamin ko ngayon ay hindi ko na makakontrol sa sobrang saya na hindi lahat ng brokers or practitioners, commission lang ang iniisip.
Right.
And also, tama yung sinabi ni Prof. Richard, no? We become part of achieving our clients' dreams. Diba? Na instead of mapunta siya sa mga kolorum or instead of magkamali sa pag-decide kung anong investment ang gagawin, thank you so much to brokers.
Yes.
Thank you so much to realtors dahil nailagay sa tamang landas ang investment na pinaghirapan ng mga clients natin.
That's
Prof.
true.
Sobra.
Yes.
Lalo
It's
na
a hard-earned money.
Exactly. Lalo na yung mga OFW. Diba?
Yes.
That's why realtors, we are so happy and napakaganda ng ating usapan ngayong episode na to. And I'd like to thank once again Professor Carvajal for coming over. I know you're the busiest person alive in the real estate academe, di ba?
Yes.
Pero you still came in and you appeared for our Real Talkers. Ito naman po, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, JMV Realty PH, Vinesland Holdings, OPC, and Estate Love. Professor, you would like to promote something, your affiliation?
Yes. Okay, so if you want to start a career in the real estate industry, we're actually hiring good real estate agents and real estate brokers. So, email kayo. It's careers.firmrealty@gmail.com. Of course, you can follow me on my socials. It's R. Carvajal on Instagram, Richard Tadeus on TikTok, more on personal life with TikTok and advocacy for education. And of course, my YouTube channel, which is The Real Pro Expert.
Yeah. So follow him po I will be showing on screen yung mga details ni social media ng ating pong Professor Richard Carvajal, our Real Pro. And at this juncture, Real Talkers, I would like to promote my books, Prof. And I hope you've read one of them.
Yes, of course.
August 8, 2024, malapit na po ito, no? Ang ating schedule ng Real Estate Appraisers Examination happening once again August 8. So almost 2 months na lang. Magbo-board exam na ang ating aspiring real estate appraisers. And I'd like to promote this book of mine. This is from Viewer 1, first installment ng aking 3-part na libro, no? And second is the Real Estate Brokers Reviewer, the Reviewer 2. So you may avail these books through the official Facebook page of JMV Realty PH, and someone will assist you on your book purchase. Ayan, Professor Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Mga kwento ng ating mga realtors sa industriya, one-on-one conversation only here at One Real Talk with Master V. Maganda pong umaga sa ating lahat. One Real Talk, one-on-one conversation.